Lily's hands moved on autopilot, wiping down the bar top while her mind drifted somewhere between the jukebox playing old country and the rain drumming against the windows. Thursday nights at Rusty's bar were usually dead. Just how she liked it. The roar of motorcycles shattered the quiet. She looked up as the door swung open. Water dripped from black leather jackets. Boots heavy on the wooden floor. 5 men walked in like they owned the place, and maybe in some ways they did. Everyone in Pine Ridge knew the Iron Riders controlled the roads outside town. Lily's stomach tightened, but she kept her face neutral. She'd served bikers before. Keep it professional, keep it quick, send them on their way. The one in front caught her attention first. Tall, broad shoulders stretching his leather vest. Dark hair pushed back, jaw sharp enough to cut glass. A scar ran through his left eyebrow. He looked around the bar like he was memorizing exits, then his eyes landed on her. Gray eyes. Storm cloud gray. We're closed, Lily said, even though the neon sign still buzzed open behind her. His mouth curved into something between a smirk and a smile. Door was unlocked. I'm about to lock it. Then we got here just in time. He walked to the bar, his crew fanning out behind him. Whiskey. 5 glasses. Lily wanted to argue, but old man Rusty's voice echoed in her head. Asterisk, don't start trouble with the Iron Riders. Just pour their drinks and keep your mouth shut. Asterisk. She grabbed the bottle and lined up 5 glasses with sharp clicks against the wood. The whiskey splashed amber into each one. You new here? The scarred one asked. His voice was rough, like gravel and smoke. I've worked here 3 years. Then I'm new here. He picked up his glass, watching her over the rim. Cole Morrison. Friends call me Hawk. I'm not your friend. One of his crew laughed. A younger guy with a split lip and wild eyes. She's got fire, Hawk. Cole ignored him, still staring at Lily. What do I call you then? The bartender. All right, bartender. You got a name, or should I keep guessing? Lily turned away, organizing bottles that didn't need organizing. Her heart hammered harder than it should. She'd dealt with drunk truckers, handsy customers, even a knife fight last year. Why did this man make her pulse race? Because he wasn't drunk. He wasn't sloppy. He was dangerous in a controlled, deliberate way. Lily. She hadn't meant to say it. The name just slipped out. Lily. He repeated it slowly, like he was tasting each letter. Pretty name. $25. He pulled out cash, slapping it on the bar. His hand brushed hers when she reached for it. Calloused fingers, warm despite the rain. Lily jerked back like she'd been burned. The younger biker whistled low. Did you just... Shut it, Reaper. Cole's voice cut sharp. Lily shoved the money in the register, keeping her eyes down. Just get through this. They'd drink, they'd leave, she'd never see them again. Thunder cracked outside so loud the glasses rattled. Then the door burst open again. 3 men stumbled in, soaking wet and furious. Lily recognized the colors on their cuts immediately. Scorpions MC. Rival club. Her blood went cold. Well, the leader sneered, water dripping from his beard. Iron Riders. Long way from your territory. Cole didn't turn around. He just took another sip of whiskey. Public bar. Public roads. Not anymore. Lily saw the knife before anyone else did. Streetlights caught the blade as the bearded scorpion pulled it from his belt. Get down. Cole's voice boomed. Everything happened in seconds. Cole grabbed Lily's wrist and yanked her down behind the bar. Glass exploded above their heads. Shouts, crashes, the sound of fists hitting flesh. Lily's breath came in short gasps. Cole's body covered hers, one arm wrapped around her shoulders, pinning her against the bar cabinets. Stay down, he growled in her ear. This is my bar. And I'm keeping you alive in it. More crashes. Someone screamed. The jukebox died with a mechanical whine. Then silence. Cole's chest pressed against her back, both of them breathing hard. Lily could feel his heartbeat, steady, strong, unlike her own frantic pulse. They gone, she whispered. Yeah. But he didn't move. Neither did she. Slowly Cole pulled back. His hand lingered on her shoulder for a moment before he stood, scanning the destruction. Broken glass everywhere. Chairs overturned. Blood on the floor. Lily rose on shaky legs, staring at her destroyed bar. I'm sorry, Cole said quietly. We'll pay for damages. Just go. Lily. Go. Their eyes met. Something passed between them. Electricity, recognition, danger. Cole's jaw tightened. "This ain't over," he said. "There's nothing to be over. We just met." "Exactly." He headed for the door, his crew following. At the threshold he turned back. "You see any scorpions again, you call me. I don't have your number." He grabbed a napkin, scribbled something and slid it across the bar. "How you do." Then they were gone, engines roaring back to life, swallowed by the storm. Lily stood alone in the wreckage, Cole's napkin in her hand. The night she'd wanted to be quiet had just exploded into chaos. And somehow she knew Cole Morrison would keep his word. This wasn't over. Lily swept up broken glass for the third time that week. Every time she thought she'd gotten it all, sunlight would catch another glittering shard hiding under a table. 3 days since the fight. 3 days since Cole Morrison walked out with a promise. The insurance adjuster had just left with a clipboard full of damage reports. Rusty had been surprisingly calm about the whole thing. Apparently the Iron Riders had already sent someone by with an envelope of cash. More than enough to cover repairs. Of course they did, Lily thought, dumping glass into the trash. Guilt money. The bell above the door chimed. "We're closed until..." She turned around. Cole stood in the doorway, leather jacket unzipped over a plain black t-shirt. No crew this time. Just him, looking somehow bigger in the empty bar. "You," Lily said flatly. "Me." He held up his hands. "No trouble. Promise." "Your promises started all this." "The scorpions started it. I just finished it." He walked to the bar, boots crunching on glass she'd missed. "Place looks better already." "It looked better before you walked in the first time." His mouth twitched. Almost a smile. "You always this sweet to customers?" "Only the ones who turn my bar into a war zone." Cole pulled out a bar stool, one of the few that survived, and sat down. He moved like he belonged everywhere he went. Confident. Unapologetic. Lily wanted to tell him to leave. Instead she heard herself ask, "What do you want?" "Coffee if you've got it." "That's it. That's it." She didn't understand this man. Bikers didn't show up alone asking for coffee. They traveled in packs, drank hard liquor and caused trouble. But she poured him a cup anyway, sliding it across the bar. Cole wrapped his hands around the mug. Big hands. Scarred knuckles. "You doing okay? Why do you care? You got dragged into something that wasn't your fight. That matters." Lily crossed her arms, studying him. In daylight he looked different. Tired lines around his eyes. A fresh bruise on his jaw she hadn't noticed before. "You get hurt?" she asked before she could stop herself. "This." He touched the bruise. "No. Just a love tap from a scorpion who doesn't know when to quit." "Sounds painful." "I've had worse." Silence settled between them. Not uncomfortable exactly. Just heavy with things unsaid. Cole took a sip of coffee, then grimaced. "This is terrible." "Then stop drinking it." "Didn't say I'd stop." He took another sip. "Just stating facts." Despite everything, Lily felt the corner of her mouth lift. She caught herself and looked away, pretending to wipe down the counter. "Why are you really here?" she asked quietly. "Making sure you're safe." "I'm fine." "Scorpions know you're connected to me now." "I'm not connected to you." "They don't know that." Cole's eyes darkened. "I put a target on your back just by walking in here. So until things cool down, I'm keeping an eye on you. I don't need a bodyguard." "Didn't ask what you needed." "Telling you what you're getting." Lily's jaw tightened. "You don't get to make decisions for me." "No." He set down the coffee mug. "But I get to keep you breathing." "That's non-negotiable." The way he said it, flat, final, made her stomach flip. Not from fear. From something else entirely. "You're impossible," she muttered. "Heard that before." For the next 20 minutes, Cole sat at her bar drinking terrible coffee while Lily cleaned. She felt his eyes on her the whole time. Not leering. Not threatening. Just watching. Like she was something worth protecting. It made her nervous. It made her angry. It made her feel safer than she had in days. "My shift ends at 6, Lily said finally, not looking at him. "You planning to sit there until then?" "If I have to." "Cole." "Hawk," he corrected. "Friends call me Hawk." "I'm still not your friend." "Give it time." Before she could respond, the bell chimed again. Rusty shuffled in, All 70 years of him grumbling about suppliers and property taxes. He stopped short when he saw Cole Morrison. Rusty. They stared at each other. Some understanding passed between them that Lily couldn't read. Finally Rusty grunted. You paying for that coffee? Already left cash on the bar, Cole said, standing. Plus a tip. Rusty's shrewd eyes moved between them. Lily, take your break early. I got this. But. Go on. Cole was already heading for the door. He paused, looking back at her. Walk with me. Why would I do that? Because I'm asking nice. Every logical part of Lily's brain screamed to say no. Bikers meant trouble. Cole especially. She should stay in the bar, finish her shift, go home to her quiet apartment like always. But she untied her apron. 5 minutes later they were walking down Main Street. Pine Ridge looked peaceful in afternoon sun. Antique shops, a hardware store, the library where Mrs. Henderson had read Lily stories as a kid. Nice town, Cole said. It was. Still is. Scorpions won't bother you again. How can you be sure? He didn't answer. Just kept walking, hands in his pockets. They stopped at the park, just a small patch of grass with a rusty swing set. Cole sat on one of the swings, chains creaking under his weight. He looked ridiculous. This dangerous biker on a child's playground. Lily sat on the other swing. I'm not staying, Cole said suddenly. Club's moving on tomorrow. Business up north. Something in Lily's chest tightened. Okay. Just wanted you to know. So you don't think I'm stalking you? Are you? Maybe a little. That almost smile again. You're interesting, bartender. Lily. Lily, he repeated, soft this time. The way her name sounded in his rough voice did something to her. Made her heart speed up. Made her wonder what it would sound like whispered in the dark. Stop it, she told herself. Asterisk, he's leaving. Good. That's safe. Asterisk. I should get back, Lily said, standing. Cole stood too. For a moment they were close. Close enough that she could smell leather and rain and something woodsy. His eyes searched her face. Stay out of trouble, he said. You too. He laughed, low and rough. Too late for that. Then he walked away, back toward wherever he'd parked his bike. Lily stood in the empty park, watching him go. She told herself she was relieved. She told herself this was better. But when she got home that night she found Cole's napkin still in her pocket. And she didn't throw it away. 2 weeks passed without a single roar of a motorcycle engine. Lily told herself that was exactly what she wanted. Life back to normal. Quiet shifts at Rusty's, coffee in the morning, books before bed. Safe. Predictable. Boring. She hated that the thought even crossed her mind. Friday night the bar was packed for once. College kids from the next town over playing pool and getting too loud. Lily worked the taps, made small talk, counted down the hours until closing. Then the door opened. Cole walked in alone and the noise level dropped by half. People knew those colors. Knew what they meant. Lily's heart did something stupid in her chest. He headed straight for the bar, ignoring the stares. Told you I'd be back. You said you were leaving town. Business finished early. He sat down on the same stool as before. Miss me? Like a hole in the head. Ouch. But his eyes were smiling. Whiskey when you get a chance. Lily poured his drink, hyper-aware of her hands shaking slightly. What was wrong with her? This was just another customer. Another biker passing through. Except it wasn't. Rough night? Cole asked, watching her face. Every Friday's rough. Want me to kick out the frat boys giving you trouble? I can handle them. No, you can. He took a sip. Doesn't mean you should have to. Before Lily could respond, one of the college kids stumbled to the bar. Blonde, polo shirt, probably named Chad. Hey sweetheart, how about a smile? Lily's jaw tightened. How about a please? Come on, don't be like that. You're too pretty to look so mean. Chad reached across the bar, trying to touch her hand. Cole's hand shot out, gripping Chad's wrist. Not violent. Just firm. She said no. Cole's voice was quiet. Deadly quiet. Chad's face went red. Hey man, I was just leaving. Cole released him. Right. Chad looked at Cole, really looked at him this time. Saw the cut, the scars, the gray eyes that promised pain. He backed away fast, mumbling apologies. Lily exhaled slowly. I had that handled. I know. Then why? Because watching him disrespect you pissed me off. Cole drained his whiskey. Can't always explain feelings, Lily. Sometimes they just are. The way he said her name low and rough made her skin tingle. The bar closed at midnight. Lily cleaned while Cole sat there silent company. When the last glass was washed and the register balanced, she finally turned to him. Why are you really here? Told you. Business. Bull. Your crew isn't with you. You've been sitting at my bar for 3 hours. Cole was quiet for a long moment. Then, come outside. Let me show you something. Every warning bell in Lily's head went off. But she grabbed her jacket anyway. His motorcycle gleamed under the streetlights, all chrome and black metal. He swung his leg over, then looked at her expectantly. I'm not getting on that. You scared. Smart. Same thing sometimes. He held out a helmet. Trust me. I barely know you. Then get to know me. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Lily looked at the helmet. Cole. At her safe, predictable car parked across the street. She took the helmet. The bike rumbled to life under her. Lily wrapped her arms around Cole's waist, her heart hammering. He was solid, warm even through the leather. Then they were moving, wind whipping past, the world blurring into streaks of light and shadow. Cole took them out of town, down empty roads lined with pine trees. The night air was cold and clean. Lily found herself gripping tighter, not from fear anymore but from something else. Freedom maybe. Or madness. He stopped at an overlook, just a dirt pullout with a view of the valley below. Stars scattered across the black sky like broken glass. They got off the bike. Lily's legs felt shaky. You okay? Cole asked. That was... She couldn't finish. Terrifying. Exhilarating. Alive. Yeah. He understood without her saying it. They stood side by side, looking at the lights of Pine Ridge twinkling far below. My old man was Iron Riders, Cole said suddenly. President for 20 years. Built the club from nothing. Lily stayed quiet, sensing this was something he didn't share often. He was a good man. Loyal. Took care of his brothers. But the life. Cole's jaw worked. Took everything from him. My mom left when I was 8. Couldn't handle the danger, the uncertainty. Can't blame her. Where is he now? Dead. 5 years ago. Rival club ambushed him on a supply run. I'm sorry. Cole shrugged, but she could see the tension in his shoulders. Everyone in this life loses someone. You accept it or you get out. I stayed. Why? Because they're my family. The only one I got left. He turned to her. But sometimes I wonder what it would be like. Normal life. Normal job. Woman who doesn't jump every time a bike pulls up. That what you want? Doesn't matter what I want. This is who I am. Lily understood that feeling. Being stuck. I get it. Yeah. My ex was a police officer. Everyone loved him. Town hero, you know? But behind closed doors. She wrapped her arms around herself. Let's just say the uniform didn't make him a good man. Cole's whole body went rigid. He hurt you. Just my trust. And my ability to believe when men say pretty things. He tried to smile. That's why I don't date. Safer that way. Lily. Don't. She held up a hand. Don't tell me he was one bad guy. Don't tell me I should try again. I've heard it all. Wasn't gonna say any of that. Cole stepped closer. Was gonna say I'm sorry someone made you think you're not worth protecting. Worth caring about. His words hit something raw in her chest. We should go back, Lily whispered. Probably. But neither moved. The space between them felt charged electric. Cole lifted his hand, then stopped, hovering near her face like he was asking permission. Lily should step back. Should remember all the reasons this was a bad idea. Instead she leaned into his touch. His palm cupped her cheek, rough and warm. You're dangerous, he said softly. Me? Yeah. Making me want things I got no business wanting. Like what? Like this. He kissed her. The kiss started gentle, Cole's lips soft against hers, asking rather than taking. Lily's breath caught. She'd forgotten what it felt like to be kissed by someone who meant it. Then something shifted. Cole's hand slid into her hair, tilting her head back. Lily's fingers gripped his leather jacket, pulling him closer. The kiss deepened, turned hungry. Years of walls Lily had built came crashing down in seconds. When they finally broke apart, both breathing hard, Cole pressed his forehead to hers. "Damn," he whispered. Lily's hands were still fisted in his jacket. She couldn't seem to let go. That was... yeah. They stood there under the stars, neither willing to move. Cole's thumb traced slow circles on her cheek. Such a simple touch. It shouldn't make her entire body feel like it was on fire. "I should take you home," Cole said, voice rough. "You should. Before I do something stupid. Like kiss you again. And again. Until neither of us can think straight." Lily's pulse hammered in her throat. Every logical part of her brain screamed this was a mistake. Cole was a biker. Dangerous. Part of a world that would swallow her whole. But standing there, feeling his heartbeat against her palm, she didn't care. "Maybe I want stupid," she heard herself say. Cole's eyes went dark. "Lily, don't." "Don't what?" "Don't look at me like that unless you mean it. Because my control's got limits." "Who says I want you in control?" He kissed her again, harder this time. Demanding. Lily melted into him, into the heat and roughness and raw need. His hands slid down her back, pulling her flush against him. This was crazy. This was reckless. This was everything she'd sworn she'd never do again. Cole broke the kiss suddenly, stepping back. His chest heaved. "We gotta stop." "Why?" "Because I respect you too much to do this here. In the dirt. Like you're just another." He bit off the words. Ran a hand through his hair. "You deserve better than that." "What if I don't want better? What if I just want you?" "You don't know what you're saying." "Don't tell me what I know." Lily's hands shook with adrenaline and something else. "I'm not some fragile thing that needs protecting from her own choices. No. You're a woman who could have any man in that town. Safe men. Good men." Cole's voice turned bitter. "I'm neither of those things. I don't want safe. Lily. I want to feel something. Anything. Do you know how long it's been since I felt alive?" Her voice cracked. "You kiss me and I feel everything. Fear. Excitement. Desire. You make me feel dangerous, and that terrifies me and thrills me, and I don't know what to do with it." Cole stared at her, something fierce and protective burning in his eyes. "My world will eat you alive," he said quietly. "Violence. Enemies. Club business that gets people killed. You walk into that with me, there's no walking back out clean. Maybe I'm tired of being clean. You say that now. But when bullets start flying. You protected me before. And what if next time I can't?" His voice went raw. "What if next time they get to you because you're mine? Could you live with that?" "Could I?" The word hit her like lightning. "My." Lily stepped closer, close enough to feel his heat. "Are you trying to scare me away?" "Yeah. It's not working." "It should." "Well, it's not." She grabbed his jacket again. "So either kiss me again or take me home. But stop trying to make my decisions for me." Cole's jaw clenched. A muscle ticked in his cheek. "You're going to be the death of me." "Probably." This time when he kissed her, it wasn't gentle at all. It was fire and fury and everything they'd been holding back. Lily gasped against his mouth, dizzy with want. Cole groaned low in his throat. "We really gotta go. No. Before I forget every good intention I got." They made it back to the bike somehow, though Lily barely remembered walking. The ride back to town was torture. Her arms wrapped around him, feeling every muscle, every breath. By the time they reached her apartment building, she was trembling. Cole walked her to her door. Stood there in the dim hallway light, looking at her like she was something precious and dangerous. "This is a bad idea," he said. "I know. I'm gonna hurt you eventually. Not because I want to, but because it's what I do. I know that too. And you still want this?" Lily unlocked her door, then turned back to him. "I want you." Cole's control snapped. He crowded her against the door, one hand braced above her head, the other cupping her face. "Say it again." "I want you, Cole Morrison." He kissed her, breathless. Lily's keys clattered to the floor. Her hands roamed his chest, his shoulders, memorizing the feel of him. When they finally broke apart, both panting, Cole pressed his lips to her forehead. "I gotta go," he whispered. "Stay here much longer and I won't be able to leave." "Stay." "Can't. Not yet. Not until I know you're safe." "Safe from what?" "From me. From my world." He stepped back reluctantly. But I'm coming back tomorrow. And the day after that. And every day until you tell me to stop. What if I never tell you to stop? Cole smiled. A real smile this time, not the half smile she'd seen before. It transformed his face, made him look younger. Less haunted. Then I guess I'm yours, bartender. He kissed her once more, soft and sweet, then walked away before she could pull him back. Lily stood in her doorway, listening to his boots echo down the stairs. Heard the motorcycle roar to life. Watched through her window as he drove away into the night. She touched her lips. They felt swollen. Alive. For the first time in 3 years, Lily Harper wanted something besides safety. She wanted the man with storm cloud eyes and a dangerous smile. And God help her, she was going to let herself have him. Even if it destroyed her. Cole kept his promise. He showed up the next day. And the next. Always after dark, always alone. They fell into a rhythm. He'd wait outside the bar until Lily's shift ended. They'd ride somewhere. The Overlook, empty parking lots. Once to a diner 2 towns over where nobody knew them. They'd talk. Kiss. Pretend the rest of the world didn't exist. 3 weeks of stolen moments. 3 weeks of Lily falling deeper into something that should terrify her. Tuesday night, Cole was late. Lily finished closing, checking her phone every 5 minutes. Nothing. No call, no text. Just silence. At 1 a.m. she gave up and started walking to her car. The van cut her off halfway across the parking lot. 2 men jumped out, faces covered with bandanas. Lily's scream died in her throat as a hand clamped over her mouth. They dragged her toward the van. A motorcycle engine roared. Cole appeared out of nowhere, bike skidding sideways between Lily and the van. He was off it before it stopped moving, fists already swinging. The first man went down with a crunch. The second pulled a knife. Cole! Lily shouted. He dodged the blade, grabbed the man's wrist, twisted. Another crunch. The knife clattered to the pavement. The van peeled away, leaving the 2 men groaning on the ground. Cole turned to Lily, chest heaving. Blood dripped from his knuckles. You hurt. She shook her head, too shocked to speak. Get on the bike. Now. This time Lily didn't argue. They didn't stop until they reached a compound on the edge of town. Chain-link fence, guard at the gate, motorcycles lined up like soldiers. The Iron Riders Clubhouse. Inside was all dark wood and leather, pool tables and a bar that made Rusty's look fancy. Men in cuts watched as Cole led Lily through to a back room. He closed the door. Finally let out the breath he'd been holding. What the hell was that? Lily demanded, adrenaline making her voice sharp. Scorpions. Trying to send me a message. By grabbing me? By hurting what's mine. Cole paced like a caged animal. I should have seen this coming. Should have kept you closer. Cole, you can't control everything. I can control this. He slammed his hand on the desk. I know how this game works. They couldn't get to me directly, so they went after you. And I was late because I was dealing with club business and you almost got taken because of it. Lily had never seen him like this. Raw. Furious. She crossed to him, put her hands on his chest. I'm okay. This time. You saved me. I might not be there next time. His hands came up to grip her arms. Don't you get it? This is what I meant. This is my world. People use the ones we love against us. Love. He'd said love. Before Lily could process that, the door opened. A man walked in, older, hard-faced, wearing a president's patch. He looked at Lily, then Cole. We got a problem? He asked. Scorpions grabbed her. 2 guys, parking lot outside Rusty's. The president's expression didn't change. They still breathing? Barely. Good. We'll handle it. His eyes moved to Lily. You're the bartender. It wasn't a question. Lily Harper, she said, lifting her chin. She wouldn't be intimidated. Not now. Jax. I run this club. He studied her like she was a problem to solve. You know what you're getting into with Hawk here? No, Lily admitted. But I'm not running. Something like respect flickered in Jax's eyes. Hawk Church in 10. We need to vote. Vote on what? Cole's voice went hard. Whether to go to war over this. The word hung in the air. Or. Jax left. Cole scrubbed his face with both hands. I can't be here for this, Lily said quietly. You're not going anywhere. Not until I know it's safe. Cole. No arguments. He looked at her and the fear in his eyes almost broke her. Please. Just let me keep you safe. That's all I'm asking. Lily nodded. He kissed her forehead. Stay in this room. Lock the door after me. I'll be back soon as I can. Then he was gone. Lily sat on the worn couch, listening to raised voices from somewhere in the building. She couldn't make out words, just tones. Bigger. Debate. Decision. 20 minutes felt like hours. When Cole came back, his face was grim. What happened? Lily asked. Club voted. We're retaliating tomorrow night. Hit them where it hurts. Someone's going to get killed. Maybe. Cole. This is how it works, Lily. They came after you. We answer. Otherwise we look weak. Other clubs smell weakness, they attack. It's survival. It's insanity. It's my life. His voice cracked. This is what I tried to tell you. This is who I am. A man who has to vote on violence to keep his family safe. To keep you safe. Lily walked to him. Put her hands on his face, making him look at her. I'm not going anywhere, she said firmly. You should. Well, I'm not. So deal with it. Cole's laugh was bitter. You're crazy. Probably. He pulled her close, buried his face in her hair. She felt him shaking from rage or fear, she couldn't tell. I can't lose you, he whispered. I know we've only been doing this a few weeks. I know it's fast and stupid and reckless. But I can't lose you, Lily. Not now. Not when I just found you. You won't. You don't know that. No. But I know I'm not walking away just because things got scary. I told you, I'm tired of safe. Cole pulled back, looked at her with those storm cloud eyes. Tomorrow night things get bloody. I can't have you anywhere near it. Where will I be? Here. With guards. Until it's done. How long? As long as it takes. Lily wanted to argue. But she saw the set of his jaw, the steel in his eyes. This wasn't up for debate. Okay, she said. But you come back to me. That's non-negotiable. Promise. Cole. I promise, Lily. I'll come back. He kissed her like it might be the last time. Deep and desperate and full of everything they hadn't said out loud yet. When he finally let her go, Lily felt cold all over. Tomorrow, Cole said. This all ends tomorrow. But as Lily watched him walk out to plan violence, she had the sinking feeling that tomorrow was just the beginning. The Iron Riders were going to war. And she was already caught in the crossfire. The clubhouse room became Lily's prison for 18 hours. A prospect named Tommy brought her food. Avoided eye contact. He paced, tried to sleep, failed. Every motorcycle engine that roared to life made her heart jump. Cole didn't come back. At dawn, exhausted and terrified, Lily finally dozed off on the couch. She woke to warm hands on her face. Hey, Cole's voice rough and tired. Lily's eyes flew open. He was there, kneeling beside the couch. Bruised. Cut above his eyebrow. But alive. You're okay, she breathed, hands reaching for him, checking for injuries. I'm okay. He caught her hands, kissed her palms. It's done. Scorpions won't touch you again. What did you do? Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Lily saw the truth in his eyes anyway. Violence. Blood. Things she couldn't take back or unhear. Take me home, she whispered. They rode through the sunrise, Lily's arms tight around Cole's waist. When they reached her apartment, he walked her up but stopped at the door. You gonna be okay? He asked. Are you? He touched the cut on his eyebrow, winced. Nothing I haven't dealt with before. Cole, you can't keep. I know. He leaned against the wall, suddenly looking exhausted. I know this is too much. You didn't sign up for this. I signed up for you. All of you. Even the parts covered in other people's blood? The bluntness should have shocked her. Instead, Lily pulled him inside, closed the door. Sit, she ordered. Cole obeyed. She got her first aid kit, began cleaning the cut on his face. His hands found her hips, holding her steady between his knees. Why aren't you running? He asked softly. Because I love you, you idiot. The words came out before Lily could stop them. She froze, cotton swab halfway to his eyebrow. Cole stared at her. Say that again. I love you. I know it's fast. I know it's crazy. But I do. He pulled her down into his lap, kissed her breathless. When they broke apart, he pressed his forehead to hers. I love you too, he said roughly. So damn much it scares me. Good. We can be scared together. Cole laughed, the sound broken and beautiful. Then he kissed her again, slower this time. Thorough. His hands slid under her shirt, warm against her skin. Lily gasped. Cole. Tell me to stop. She couldn't. Didn't want to. Don't stop, she whispered. He stood, lifting her with him, and carried her to the bedroom. Laid her down gentle despite the fire in his eyes. Started kissing down her neck, her collarbone, peeling away layers between them. You're sure? He asked, hovering over her. I've never been more sure of anything. What happened next was fire and tenderness, rough hands and soft words. Cole touched her like she was something precious. Like she might break. But also like he couldn't get enough. Lily had never felt so wanted. So seen. So alive. Afterwards they lay tangled together, sunlight streaming through the curtains. Cole traced lazy patterns on her bare shoulder. I want you to meet the club, he said quietly. Official. Not just as the bartender I'm protecting. As my old lady. You're what? Old lady. It's what we call our women. Means you're mine. Under club protection. Untouchable. Lily propped herself up on one elbow. That sounds very possessive. It is. I'm not property, Cole. Never said you were. He tucked hair behind her ear. But in my world, claiming you keeps you safe. Shows other clubs you're off limits. Shows my brothers you matter. And what if I don't want to be claimed? Cole's jaw tightened. Then I respect that. But Lily, every day you're with me and not officially mine, you're vulnerable. Tonight proved that. She wanted to argue. Fight against the possessive language, the archaic rules. But she'd seen the violence firsthand now. Knew Cole wasn't wrong. Okay, she said finally. But I keep my job. My apartment. My life. Wouldn't ask you to give those up. And you don't make decisions for me. Can I make suggestions? Strong ones. He smiled. Deal. They sealed it with a kiss. 2 days later, Lily stood in the Iron Riders clubhouse wearing Cole's property vest. The leather felt heavy on her shoulders. Fern. But when Cole looked at her, pride and possession burning in his eyes, something settled in her chest. This was real. This was happening. The club threw a party that night. Music, alcohol, celebration. Brothers shook Cole's hand, slapped his back. Women hugged Lily, welcomed her with surprising warmth. But not everyone was happy. You're making a mistake, a woman said. Tall, beautiful, wearing a cropped top and tight jeans. Hawk's got a target on his back. VP means enemies come after him harder. You really want that life? I want him, Lily said firmly. For now. Wait till the novelty wears off. Wait till you realize what you signed up for. Who are you? Someone who learned the hard way. The woman walked away, leaving Lily uneasy. Later Lily asked Cole about her. That's Jade. She used to be with our last VP. He got killed in a raid 2 years ago. Cole's arm tightened around her waist. She's bitter. Can't blame her. But you're not her, Lily. We're not them. How do you know? Because I'm not letting you go. Not for anything. The party raged until dawn. When it finally quieted, Cole took Lily back to the room they'd spent the night before. Move in with me, he said suddenly. What? Not here. I got a place. Small house about 20 minutes out. Nothing fancy, but it's mine. I want you there. Cole, that's huge. I know. And I know it's fast. But Lily, I don't want to waste time pretending this is casual. You're it for me. So move in. Let me wake up next to you every morning. Let me come home to you every night. Lily should say no. Should slow down, think this through. Instead she said, okay. Yeah. Cole's smile could have lit the whole room. He kissed her deep and sweet and full of promises. 2 weeks later Lily's things filled half of Cole's closet. Her coffee mug sat next to his in the kitchen. Her books lined his shelves. It felt like home. But in the back of her mind Jade's warning echoed. Wait till you realize what you signed up for. Lily pushed it away. She'd made her choice. She loved Cole Morrison. And she'd face whatever came next. 3 months of happiness. 3 months of waking up in Cole's arms, learning his coffee order was black with 1 sugar, discovering he sang off-key in the shower. 3 months of club barbecues and quiet dinners and feeling like she finally belonged somewhere. Then everything fell apart. It started with Cole coming home late. Church ran long, he said, kissing her forehead. But his jaw was tight. Stressed. What's wrong? Nothing. Club business. Cole. Drop it, Lily. She dropped it. But the tension built over the next week. Whispered conversations that stopped when she entered rooms. Cole's phone ringing at odd hours. Him leaving in the middle of the night without explanation. Friday night, Lily confronted him. What's going on? Cole was packing a duffel bag. Guns. Ammunition. Her stomach dropped. I gotta go out of town. Few days. Where? Can't tell you. Can't or won't. Both. He zipped the bag. It's club business, Lily. I need you to trust me. I do trust you. But this feels different. It is different. He turned to her, eyes hard. This is serious. Could get people killed. So I need you to stay here, keep your head down and not ask questions. You're scaring me. Good. You should be scared. This is the part one tried to warn you about. He left without kissing her goodbye. 2 days of silence. No calls. No texts. On the third day someone knocked on the door. Tommy the prospect. His face was pale. You need to come with me, he said. Why? Where's Cole? Just come. Please. Lily grabbed her jacket, fear icing her veins. Tommy drove to the clubhouse. Inside, the atmosphere was explosive. Men arguing, voices raised. Jack's at the center, face like thunder. Then Lily saw Cole. Bruised. Bleeding from his lip. Fury in his eyes. What happened? She demanded. We got set up, Jack said flatly. Shipment we were supposed to intercept. Turned out to be a trap. Lost 2 brothers. 3 more in the hospital. Set up by who? Someone inside the club. Jack's eyes cut to Cole. Your VP here thinks he knows who. Cole's hands clenched into fists. It's Reaper. Has to be. You got proof. He's been acting weird for weeks. Always on his phone. Knew the route details. He's the only one who could have tipped off the Scorpions. That's not proof, that's suspicion. Jax turned to the room. We don't act on suspicion. We act on facts. Facts. Cole's voice rose. 2 brothers are dead because someone talked. And you want to wait for a signed confession? I want to make sure we don't take out one of our own based on a hunch. The room erupted. Men taking sides. Accusations flying. Lily stood frozen, watching the family Cole loved tear itself apart. Then Reaper walked in. Young. Pucky. The same guy who'd laughed that first night. But now his eyes were cold. Heard you're talking about me, Hawk. You're a rat, Cole said flatly. Prove it. I will. Boys. Jax's voice cut through. We settle this at church. Properly. Until then, everyone cools down. But nobody cooled down. That night, Cole paced their house like a caged animal. Lily tried to comfort him, but he pulled away. This is my fault, he muttered. I should have seen it. Should have protected them. Cole, you can't control. Don't. He spun on her. Don't tell me I can't control it. I'm VP. Protecting the club is my job. And I failed. You didn't fail. 2 men are dead, Lily. Brothers. Men I rode with, fought beside. And you want me to what? Just accept it. I want you to stop blaming yourself for something you didn't do. I brought you into this world. Cole's voice cracked. I made you a target. Made you wear that vest. And for what? So you could watch me destroy everything I touch. That's not. You should leave. The words hit like a slap. What? Leave, Lily. Go back to your apartment. Your safe life. Before this gets worse. I'm not leaving you. Yes, you are. Cole wouldn't look at her. This was a mistake. All of it. I should have let you go that first night. You don't mean that. I do. He finally met her eyes and they were empty. Closed off. You don't belong here. I tried to make you fit into my world, but it's not working. This, he gestured between them, it's not working. Lily's eyes burned. Cole, don't do this. Pack your things. Stop it. You're hurting and lashing out. I said pack your things. His shout echoed through the house. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. Lily felt something break inside her chest. Fine, she whispered. If that's what you want. He went to the bedroom. shoved clothes into bags with shaking hands, grabbed her books, her mug, pieces of the life she'd built here. Cole stood in the doorway watching, his face carved from stone. "I love you," Lily said as she zipped the last bag. "And I know you love me. So when you stop being an idiot, you know where to find me." She walked past him, didn't look back, got in her car, drove away from the house, from Cole, from everything she'd fought for. Only when she was safely in her old apartment did she let herself cry. Because loving Cole Morrison meant accepting his world. But his world was tearing him apart. And Lily didn't know if love was enough to put the pieces back together. 3 days passed. No calls. No texts. Lily went through the motions. Worked her shifts. Smiled when required. Died a little more inside each hour. On the 4th day, Tommy showed up at the bar. "You need to come," he said urgently. "Now." "Why? What happened?" "It's Hawk. He's in trouble." "Real trouble?" Lily's blood went cold. "What kind of trouble?" "The kind that gets him killed if someone doesn't stop him." She didn't ask more questions. Just grabbed her keys and ran. Because despite everything, despite the pain and the fear and the betrayal, Cole Morrison was still the only man she'd ever truly loved. And she'd be damned if she let him destroy himself without a fight. The warehouse was supposed to be abandoned. But as Lily pulled up behind Tommy's bike, she saw motorcycles. Too many. Iron Riders on one side. Scorpions on the other. And Cole in the middle, gun in hand. "What the hell is this?" Lily breathed. Reaper confessed. Set up a meeting to hand him over to the Scorpions. Payment for the brothers we lost. "But Hawk." Tommy's face was grim. "Hawk's not here for a handover. He's here for blood. He's going to get himself killed." "Yeah." Lily was running before she could think better of it. She burst through the warehouse door into chaos. Men with weapons drawn. Tension thick enough to choke on. Cole stood at the center, staring down a scorpion in a president's patch. Reaper was on his knees between them, face bloody. "Don't care about your traitor," the Scorpion president was saying. "We want the VP who killed 3 of my men last month. That's the price. Then you want me." Cole's voice was flat. But you gotta promise the club walks away clean. No retaliation. No coming after my brothers." "Cole, no." Jack stepped forward. "We don't trade brothers." "He's not trading." The Scorpion smiled, ugly. "He's dying. Soon as we get him somewhere quiet." Cole's jaw set. "That's the deal? My life for peace. That's the deal." "Fine. Fine." Lily's voice rang out. Every gun turned toward her. Cole's face went white. "Lily, get out of here. Now." "Not without you." She walked forward, hands raised, heart hammering. "You don't get to trade your life like it doesn't matter." "Lily." "No. I get it now. You pushed me away because you thought you were protecting me. But you're not protecting me, Cole. You're destroying yourself. And I can't let you do that. This is club business. And I'm your old lady. Which means your business is my business." She stopped in front of him, ignoring every weapon pointed at her. "You want to die for your brothers? Fine. But I'm dying with you." "The hell you are. Try and stop me." Cole grabbed her arm, dragged her close. "You stupid, stubborn woman who loves you." "Yeah. I am." Something shifted in his eyes. The deadness cracked. "Let light back in." "I can't lose you," he whispered. "Then don't let me go." The Scorpion president laughed. "Touching. But we came for blood. Either his or yours. Don't matter to me." "Wait." Reaper's voice, broken and desperate. "You want the person who set up your men? Who gave you bad intel? That was me. I'm the one who should pay." "Reaper, shut up," Cole ordered. "No. I'm done shutting up. I betrayed the club. Got brothers killed. The Scorpions paid me to sabotage the shipment, promised me a place in their ranks." He looked at Cole, tears streaming. "I'm sorry, Hawk. I'm so damn sorry. But this is on me." The Scorpion president studied him. "This true? You're the rat." "Yeah. Then I guess we got our payment after all." He nodded to his men. "Wait." Jack stepped forward. "He's our brother. Our responsibility. We'll handle justice. Will you?" The Scorpion's eyes gleamed. "Or will you go soft? Let him off easy. We'll handle it properly. Club law." A tense moment. Then the Scorpion president nodded. Fine. But this squares the debt. No more blood between our clubs. Agreed. The Scorpions left, taking their violence with them. The warehouse exhaled collectively. Jax looked at Reaper with disgust. You're out. Stripped of your patch. And you're lucky that's all we're doing. Reaper nodded, broken. Get him out of my sight, Jax said to Tommy. Then he turned to Cole. My office. Now. Cole looked at Lily. I know. I'll wait. He kissed her forehead, then followed Jax out. Lily sank onto a crate, adrenaline finally catching up. Her whole body shook. Another old lady, the one who'd welcomed her at the party, sat down beside her. That was either really brave or really stupid. Both probably. He's a lucky man. Most women would have run after he pushed them away. I thought about it. But you didn't. No. Because I love him. And love means standing your ground when they try to shove you out. The woman smiled. You're gonna fit in just fine here. 30 minutes later, Cole emerged. Bruised ego but intact. He walked straight to Lily, pulled her up and wrapped her in his arms. I'm sorry, he said into her hair. For pushing you away. For thinking I had to do everything alone. For being a complete idiot. Apology accepted. But don't do it again. Never again. He pulled back, cupped her face. You saved my life tonight. You've saved mine plenty of times. Figured I owed you. Cole's laugh was wet. God, I love you. So much it terrifies me. Good thing I'm not afraid of your fear. He kissed her then. Deep and desperate and grateful. Poured everything he couldn't say into that kiss. The fear, the love, the promise. When they finally broke apart, Jax was watching. You two done being dramatic? He asked dryly. For now, Cole said. Good. Because we got work to do. Club's fractured. Need to rebuild trust. You up for it? Cole looked at Lily. Is this what you want? The club, the chaos, all of it. I want you, she said simply. Everything else comes with the package. Even the danger? Especially the danger. Because that's when I get to see you fight for us. Cole turned to Jax. I'm in. But things change. No more secrets from my old lady. She's part of this now. Jax considered. The club's never done it that way. Then maybe it's time we did. Another long moment. Then Jax nodded. We'll put it to a vote. But I think the brothers will agree. You earned respect tonight, Lily. Both of you. 6 months later. Lily stood in front of Cole's house. Their house now, watching the sunset paint the sky orange and pink. The clubhouse was visible from here. Close enough to be part of things. Far enough to breathe. Arms wrapped around her waist from behind. Cole rested his chin on her shoulder. Whatcha thinking about? He asked. How different my life is now. Regrets. Not one. He turned her around, those storm cloud eyes soft in the fading light. I got something for you. Cole, we said no more presents. Just open it. He handed her a small box. Inside was a key. Lily looked up, confused. It's for the bike, Cole explained. Been teaching you to ride. Figured it's time you had your own. Lily's breath caught. Cole. You don't ride on the back anymore, Lily. You ride beside me. Equal. Partner. He kissed her softly. My old lady. My love. My everything. Tears pricked her eyes. I love you. Love you too. Now come on. Let's take a ride before the sun sets completely. They walked to the garage hand in hand. 2 motorcycles waited. His and now hers. Lily swung her leg over her bike, felt the power thrumming beneath her. Cole started his engine, the roar splitting the quiet evening. They looked at each other. Smiled. Then they rode. Wind in their hair, side by side, toward the horizon where the last light still burned. Lily had spent years playing it safe. Hiding behind walls. Protecting her heart from anything that might hurt it. But loving Cole Morrison meant embracing risk. Danger. The beautiful chaos of living fully. And as they raced down the empty highway, freedom vibrating through her bones, Lily understood. She hadn't just fallen for a biker. She'd found herself in the fall. Found the woman who wasn't afraid to feel. To fight. To love without limits. Cole looked over at her, that crooked smile she'd grown to crave. And Lily smiled back. Because this, the wind, the road, the man beside her. This was worth every risk. The end.